Hello, welcome to the Pitchy Podcast. We're your hosts, James
and Stephanie.
Here on the Pitchy Podcast, we are passionate about good music and a great vocal. We'll use the vehicle of NBC's The Voice to give you our opinion on each contestant. We'll give you our overall feedback on their voice and their overall performance here on the Pitchy Podcast.
Yeah.
We'll keep it 100 with our feedback and critiques of each contestant's vocal and overall performance, but what we're not here to do is come for anyone's character or any contestant as a human being. While we may come off a little pitchy at times.
Oh, we came to sing tonight,
if you know what I mean, we'll do our best to speak our truths with love, kindness, and respect. And with that, let's go ahead and get started with night 3 of the battles. Well, Stephanie, we only had an hour tonight, but the hour did not disappoint by any means at all. I thoroughly enjoyed the battles tonight. And some of my favorite artists kind of came through this evening. I was very excited when I saw the preview at the beginning of this show. I said, okay, this is going to be a night of battles. Let's go. Let's go.
Absolutely.
I think we should jump right in. First is going to be our leak for the day, which was the first battle. Who did we have?
It was from Team Nile. We had Nini Iris versus Sophia Hoffman, and they sang Blondie's Heart of Glass.
I love this. You know what? This song is so catchy. Like, it's one of those songs. It's iconic. It's an iconic song. It's a timeless song. Like, you just hear it and you know it because you've heard it somewhere. First off, I love the stripped down start to the song. Yes. It didn't start with your normal like, it was intimate. It was like, I was like, oh, okay, where are they going with this?
Mm-hmm.
It really also, the beginning, I loved the stripped down version because it let both ladies showcase their voices.
That's right.
Individually. That's right. On a song that really isn't a sing-songy.
That's
right. That makes sense. I said sing-songy, but what I mean by that is, Blondie is very specific. Debbie Harry's voice was very specific, and it was more of like just like a kind of get up and dance type of song. It really wasn't a power ballad. You know, it was of the era of the late 70s, early 80s, like where disco was fading out. And like this underground kind of grunge type of sound, and it punk type of sound, and it was electronica type of sound was coming along, and that's what it was. And I felt like the beginning really let both ladies showcase their voices, because both of their voices were not to be denied. I love both of their voices. I said, you know what? I said, it's just so darn easy for Nini to produce a great sound. It's just so easy. Her voice just really just flows. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just such a natural instrument.
Yes.
That can do anything. And not only can it do anything, it's a natural instrument that everything it executes flawlessly. Right. It is, like we used to always say on previous episodes, it is a recording studio ready voice. Like, it's just there. Not only a studio ready voice, it's a concert venue voice. Mm-hmm. It's a voice that you're going to want to pay money to go and hear. And she's just spectacular. Mm-hmm. I said, I could not take my eyes off of Sophia. Sophia looked like she was having the time of her life.
Yes.
With the hands up and, the bop. And like, she just was like, she did it with such attitude, and I loved she had like kind of that 80s prom dress thing on.
I love that dress.
She looked good. She sounded spectacular, and she was just having a ball out there, and it was just so natural. And she did it with kind of an attitude. She just was like, like, like kind of like,
Yeah.
I got this. I said, she's giving me performance, and Sophia's giving me performance and crazy vocal.
Hmm.
I said, I love her vibrato, like the way she held those notes
Oh
out
yeah.
on I Was So Blind.
Oh yeah.
It was just, I just love her voice. And I said, the harmonies were so, so tight throughout the entire performance. Here's what I love about Nini's voice. I said, Nini's voice is so spectacular that all she has to do is give you just a little taste of kind of her secret weapons of or
Right.
her potpourri of tricks or gimmicks or whatever you want to call it. Not gimmicky, but gimmicks. Like
Hmm.
she give you just a little bit of rasp to remind you. Kind of, I call it the Chris Stapleton Star Spangled Banner effect. Chris Stapleton did that one run last year at the Star Spangled Banner to remind you that he can run with the best, but he didn't run through the whole thing.
Right.
Nini just gave you like just a little bit of when she sang. I was like, you know what? I love it. And I love how she saves it for the perfect time and
Right.
doesn't overuse it.
Right.
I said, Sophia's voice to me is so special when she sustains a note. When she holds a note out, you really hear the beauty in her
Hmm.
voice.
Hmm.
Like again, this kind of goes back to I'm a big fan of her vibrato,
Hmm.
the wave at the end of each note that she sings. I love the very end, the bends they were doing in harmony.
Oh,
That
it
was
was
just
brilliant.
so funky and
It was
just
brilliant.
so perfect.
Hmm.
And I said, Nini's runs, she did this run that took me out.
Yeah.
Like, I just was like, yo, what
Yeah.
can't she do? Oh my goodness. Um, and then Sophia did this flip in her voice and seems
Yes,
like a
she did.
real thing. Like it was crazy.
Hmm.
This, you all believe it or not, this was one of my favorite battles so far this season. I have gone back and
Wow.
listened to this battle about 5 times today. I don't
Hmm.
know what it is. I just it was just so fun, and it was executed at such a high level by both singers. I loved it. I loved it, loved it, loved it. And it's going to be one I go back to. And maybe it's because it's like I like the song. Um, uh, and I like this take on the song because it was like singers really singing this song. So that's my
Right.
take on that. One of my favorite battles so far. Congratulations, ladies. This was tight. This was tight and right.
I love that. There was just such great energy bouncing off of both of them. Like there was an electricity on the stage. And you're right about this song because I would never pick this song for a singing competition
No.
ever. Because, like you said, this is like a karaoke song that people in a bar are singing like with a beer in their hand.
Yeah.
Like you don't sing this as a serious singer. You don't. So it was a very interesting pick by Nile, but the arrangement of it was brilliant because the beginning of it allowed them to vocally soar. And then once you got into the up tempo part of the song, they both they both made melodic choices that differentiated from the very basic melody of the original song. So they were each able to make it vocally their own and allow what they do best to shine. So Nini has this really interesting mix of rock and grit with an underlying R&B in it. And then Sophia has like this more pop powerful um almost ballad lending vocal,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
there's an R&B leaning there as well. You heard a little bit of
Absolutely.
that. So it was really cool, like you were saying, when they sang together to hear their blend, because they blended really, really, really well. They both sang the snot out of this song. I was not expecting to like this at all because,
Right.
like I
Right.
said, this is not a great singing competition song, but they both decided like we singers we gonna sing this thing down and we are going to make vocal choices that is going to highlight each of us in the best way that we can, and they just had so much fun.
Yeah.
They had so much fun. And Sophia, what I felt from Sophia is like, this is my opportunity. I am back on The Voice.
Right.
I got it. I got chairs to turn for me. I am not throwing away my shot. And she just looked
left
like
it
she was
all on the
having
stage.
she looked like she was having a ball, and so did Nini. But I always feel like Nini is like, I'm about this business. Like I'm gonna sing this song
She was.
down.
She was. Nini's voice is a Kelly Clarkson type of instrument.
Right.
Like when you said with the rock, the grit,
Yeah.
with an R&B undertone. That's Kelly
right.
Clarkson. And it's as natural of an instrument as Kelly.
Absolutely.
Like, just stand there and sing.
Absolutely.
It was just crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Excellent.
So, I'm a little disappointed
Me too.
because
Niall picked Nini as the winner. And that is not the disappointment because, like we said, Nini sang this thing down. She deserved to win. However, so did Sophia. Sophia sang this song down as well. And unfortunately, Sophia was not stolen.
She was not.
That is our disappointment.
And what I did appreciate, and I know this is kind of, it's not really, I mean, there aren't really rules against it, but Niall basically told the judges, like, y'all better steal her. Like y'all better steal one of these women. Like, somebody please steal one of these women. You know, kind of alluding to, you know, you knew he was going to pick Nini because Nini is just so undeniable of a talent. But Niall knew that he was going to have to send one of them home and was just really hoping and praying and was upset. You can see he was visibly upset.
Yeah.
John said he almost stole her.
Yeah.
Again, it's hard when it's someone like John because his bench is already so deep.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah.
That hurt a little bit because I thought Sophia's performance was spectacular.
It was
and I'm going to go back and watch it. She's like, you know, like the person that I always refer to got kicked off during the battles last season. This is the one I'm going to keep going back to because I loved it. And I love watching you, Sophia. You were fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, great. So who do we have next?
Next up was from Team Nguyen. We had Calla, Prejean, and Chechi, Sarai, and oh goodness, they were given the tall order of singing I Will Never Love Again by Lady Gaga.
That's like, Gwen Stefani, have you lost your mind? They are picking these monster songs.
But did you hear what she said when one of the coaches said,
"You better come to sing." She says, "The Voice, you better come to sing, ready to sing." I said, "Okay, Gwen. Okay."
She right.
I mean, you can't argue with that. You need to be able to sing anything they throw at you. Anything. With this one, this is interesting. I got a little scared because I said this is a tall order. I said this song is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Was the song from the movie?
That's what I want to. Yeah, I want to say that this is from the movie.
Yeah, I think it is.
A Star is Born.
A Star is Born. It's, you know, it's not Shallow, but the other one, right? The other song.
Yes,
Shallow. I said, you know, first of all, Calla, when you came in, I said, watch the end of your phrases. I felt like in the beginning it was a little clipped. The phrases were a little clipped at the end for me, and that could have been breath, not having enough breath to see your phrases through. And I felt like the key for Calla was a little out of her range. I felt like it was a little too big of a song, to sitting higher in a song. She's got a really, really good voice. I just thought that her voice some people's voices just sit a little bit lower. The timbre of their voice is a little bit lower, especially with the bigger songs. And I think that's where I think that's where her pitch suffered a little bit in the song because it was a hard song to sing.
Yes.
I said, Chechi, I said, your voice has no limits. I said, it really has no limits. I said, you gave us full body voice and you gave us whistle all in the same voice. Like it's, and both were evenly dispersed. Um, for this one though, I struggled a little bit because the pitch on the harmonies. I'm always looking for how they sound together. The pitch on the harmonies was a little rough on this one, Stephanie. For me, I said
Okay.
this song is PhD level difficult.
Yeah.
And I think that if they had a little bit more time, because we've been privy to, they really don't get a lot of time to rehearse these songs, and I think that it would have been better executed.
Right.
Because as a singer, you do, like, when you know something is a little bit above what you know your vocal ability is, you actually will find things, and this comes with the maturing, because I know Calla was only 22, and it comes with like a maturing of you knowing your vocal limits, right?
Right.
And
Right.
knowing and figuring out ways to change up the melody or whatever, um, to make you sound in the best light.
Right.
So yeah, good song. I thought there were some beautiful moments,
Right. Right.
individually and collectively
Right.
in it. Um, but I just thought this song was a little big,
I
little
mean,
big.
it's and that's the trouble with this song. That's why we had the reaction to the song that we did, because it's a huge song. Pretty much any Lady Gaga, especially any Lady Gaga ballad you're gonna sing,
Solid
is a big song and a
monster.
big task. So for Calla, I thought that there were some really beautiful moments in her quiet moments. And I thought that for Chechi, like, I just put the range of it all. Like, her
Yeah,
voice was just doing all of the things, which was so, like, it's kind of what we expect from her, honestly,
yeah.
especially from what we saw on the blinds.
It's an
So
elite level of singing.
it is an elite level of singing, and I think that she brought that again to this battle. What I was looking for though was the connection, because
Yeah,
you like, this song is a heartbreaking song, and I was looking for who was going to give me authentic, genuine emotion. And I felt like Calla gave me that a little bit more
yeah,
than Chechi did. I thought that Calla was really able to emote the song and make us believe that she was really going through. I felt like there was a bit of a wall with Chechi, and I felt like she was using her vocal choices to communicate the song, which works at times, but I also felt kind of like with one of the judges was saying, it felt like she was thinking.
yeah,
And I know that sometimes, honestly, this show will give a narrative, because that's kind of what was being talked about with her by Nguyen during the rehearsals. So I know that sometimes they do that, and whether that's really a thing as big as they make it, I don't know. But that is what I felt a little bit from her while I was watching her performance, that she was thinking instead of just being and singing. A really great note that Gwen gave for her was, stop trying to be a singer and be a person that we want to get to know. And I was just like, wow,
yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah.
let us in, let us in. So it was interesting how things shook out, because we may just get to see more of the person of Chechi.
Yes. Um, it's interesting. Allison, who got through yesterday, last night's show, she said something so profound, and I meant to bring it up last night, but I'm gonna bring it up in response to what you said about Chechi. Allison said when she was rehearsing, I don't know if you remember this, she said, I need to learn a song so cold. I need to learn a song where it becomes literally muscle memory. I think it's a
Oh,
word that she
yes.
used. She said that I can fully 100% commit to the emotion of the song. Y'all take note. Allison is saying something right there,
That's real.
because it's true. When
Hmm.
Stephanie and I come into our rehearsals on Thursday for a Sunday service, Stephanie and I are the type of people, like, we want to know, we want to pretty much be off book and really know the song and use the rehearsal really to find the artistic things that we want to sing in that song. And I think, to your point, Stephanie, you bring up a really good point that both Calla and Chechi, the song was at such a high level of difficulty. I think that they were really laser focused thinking on, I just need to execute this song. Because it is a hard guy that did not play with this song. It is a difficult song to sing. So take Allison's note. Every contestant needs to take that note. And really focus, learn the song so cold that, as a friend of mine would always say, you need to be able to sing it half dead. Okay?
That's right.
You need to know a song so cold that you could have laryngitis, you could have a migraine, but you still can sing
That's right.
the snot out of it. Okay?
That's right. That's right.
So you can really work on the emotional part. Okay?
Absolutely.
Great advice from another contestant this season.
Yes.
But Chechi lived to sing another day.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Mm-hmm. So, the next thing that happened, I'm a little upset at because a couple of my favorite singers, NBC The Voice, you only showed a snippet. Stephanie sent me some eyes tonight, an eye emoji. She didn't say anything. She sent me some eye emoji. And she was like, I was like, what? She's like, you'll see.
You'll see.
And really, Stephanie, who did they only show us a snippet of?
All right, so I'm going to go through this real quick because I'm kind of big mad. They were both from Team Legend. So first we had a quick clip from Talakai and Caleb Sasser. They apparently, because we only got to see a quick clip, did the song Too Good at Goodbyes by Sam Smith. And Caleb was our winner.
Caleb was a 4-chair turn.
Yeah.
Caleb and you only showed like 2 seconds. And Talakai is like the John Legend lookalike.
Yes. Yes.
So ridiculous. And we didn't really get to hear anything.
We didn't get to hear nothing.
Like 5 notes.
I'm gonna need y'all to post up on Instagram one of y'all rehearsals, please.
Yeah, can y'all like go in the stairwell and record like the whole?
Yeah, I'm sure that they did. No, I'm sure that they did. So I'm gonna just need y'all to post that on Instagram so we can see y'all full performance, please.
I really want to hear it. Caleb was one of our favorites.
No, his blind was a masterpiece.
Yeah, it was like our favorites like ever.
So
okay, and then the other
big mad was JaRae Womack versus Lila Forde. They sang Killing Me Softly with his song by Roberta Flack. And Lila Forde won.
And JaRae got sent home.
And
we didn't really get to hear anything.
And we didn't get to hear nothing.
Where's the love?
Same request. I'm going to need y'all to please post your rehearsal clip.
The love?
I'm going to need y'all to post your rehearsal clip on the Instas so that we can see it, please.
Please. And congratulations.
Congratulations to those that moved forward.
Yeah, but
y'all must have sang it down. I wish we could have heard it.
I wish we could have heard it. Anyway. Whew. All right, so let's go to I'm a little stank about it, but I'll be all right.
Eventually.
But the next battle I saw, because this was one I got really excited about because one of mine and Stephanie's favorite blinds was in this next battle.
Yes.
So we were like, I was giddy. I was like, okay, all right, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
So who do we have in our final battle for the night?
So from Team Reba, we had Mac Royals versus Rachele Nguyen, and they sang How Deep Is Your Love by the Bee Gees.
I know you're right in the morning sun. Hey, come on. I said, okay, first thing, I said, you better sing 17. I said, sing 17, sing. Rachel is 17 years old. I said, girl, you better sing.
Giving grown woman.
She was singing down because it was interesting. because in the rehearsal I was getting a little scared because Rachel was having some pitch issues in the rehearsal, and I was like, when she came in, I said, "Okay." I sat up. I just Stephanie. I said, "Okay." I said, Mac. I said, Mac is just so bad. I said, he is
That's right.
such a bad A singer.
That's
I
right.
said, come on, falsetto. Come on, walk up the beat. I said,
What?
Mac, like his voice, I know he had all that. Like I knew Mac had a voice, but like all that top,
No,
yo,
I didn't. That top.
he was singing the high harmony. He was singing the high harmony above her. I said, you know what? I don't have notes for this. I said, this was good. I said,
This is
Mac
good.
showed how difficult the start of this song was because I felt like it may have been a little out of his range or he was going for a different effect. And I know your eyes in the morning sun. It's very difficult to sing that.
Right.
I feel you touch me in the morning. And I said, but then he clicked. And then I said it was perfection from there on out from both of them. I love this arrangement.
Yeah.
I love that I heard a little PJ Morton Yeba version, but it did, to Reba's point, it did for the most part stay true to the Bee Gees.
Right.
And I appreciate that because we didn't want a PJ Morton Yeba copy.
Right.
And then we didn't want 100% Bee Gees, but it was it leaned more Bee Gees, and I kind of like that. And Reba knew exactly and said, I'm going to pair my R&B voices together and see where we go for that. There were some things that Rachel did, like I just was like staring. I was like, this girl's 17?
Yeah. Yeah.
I said she was doing some crazy vocal stuff.
Yeah.
But it's everything that John Legend said tonight about Mac's voice. I 100% agree. There's just something just different. It's tone. I could listen to this brother sing all day long.
Right.
I would buy Mac's record. I would play it all the time. Like, I just think he would have monster hit after monster hit after monster. He's just got that type of voice. Right. Maybe it's like it's a throwback to a 90s R&B, leaning more towards kind of a 70s soul type voice. And it's like the perfect type of voice that I'm like, John, I love that voice.
That's right.
Love this man's voice. Like, again, Mac, I went back and listened to Gravity again tonight before the show. And I didn't even know you were going to be on it tonight.
Right.
And there's one part where Mac's singing, I'm gonna stay like and Reba, that's when Reba hits it. She turns around and Reba has this huge grin on her face.
That's right.
And that's just like that's just type of joy we get when you sing, sir. It is a truly special instrument. And I'm not gonna say what happened. I'm gonna let's say that for Stephanie because I really want to hear Stephanie's take on what she felt this battle because I know Stephanie loves this song and I know she's a big fan of the singers. Steph?
I'm a big fan of both of these singers and I was like, Miss Rachel, what I love that Rachel did with her bright R&B vocal that she has is that she made some really cool melodic changes that, as you would say, were not disrespectful to the song, but only enhanced it and brought a little bit of her flavor. And I thought that was so smart of her. And I thought that it was just really creative for her to do that. I felt like Mac got spooked by Reba, honestly. Yeah. I think that Mac would have done more melodically and have made more melodic changes than what he did. if Reba had not told him to basically sing it straight.
Sing it straight, yeah.
And what Mac did though is he sang it down. And I love what he did do at the end of the song when he got up on the higher harmony and he did the run and the falsetto and all that kind of thing. I love that. But I would have I wanted him to be more free within the entire song.
Yeah,
especially through the verses.
He did seem a little restricted.
He seemed
you're
restricted.
exactly right.
And like I said, he still sang it down. And I'm going to say there were no pitch issues.
Thank you, Stephanie.
We're not going to do this
Niall,
again. The
John,
Voice.
I'm sorry.
We're not going to do this again this season. And if you do, I'm going to call it out every time because I'm wearing my good ears when I'm listening. Okay. There were no pitch issues. What he did was a melodic change at the top of the song per a different version of this song. There were no pitch issues. Let's be clear.
I even think, Stephanie, that Reba didn't hear the pitch issues. If you remember, Reba said, you didn't do what I wanted you to do. And then she looked down, she said, maybe that's what you all were hearing.
Yeah.
And she said kind of like you called it in the name of pitch issues.
Right.
But I think to your point, Stephanie, it was a change of melody.
No, we're not going to do this again this season, The Voice. We're not just going to make up stuff because there were no pitch issues. And listen, I'm being dead serious. If y'all need to be wearing headphones like I am so you can hear what the true vocal is instead of the studio vocal, then that's what I'm going to need y'all to do.
Speakers in the chair or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to need y'all to do because there were no pitch issues. So overall, yes and amen. Basically everything that you said. There's no reason to belabor the point. It was an outstanding performance by both. Outstanding.
Yes. It was. Oh, this song. This is one of the songs you better not get wrong. You better not get wrong. This song's too right of a song.
That's right. That's right.
So what happened, Stephanie?
So Miss Reba picked Rachele to move forward, which her vocal was undeniable. She sang the song down. So
I truly believe that Reba was confident that Mac was going to get stolen.
She still could have chose to keep him though. But yes, I think that you're correct in that. And it might have been strategic on her part to pick Rachele, because maybe she wasn't as sure if Rachele would have gotten stolen. So maybe that was strategy on Miss Reba's part, which is a good for Reba because Mac's vocal was just so undeniable. And it's been like the past couple times that we've seen him, it's been so consistently good. So Carson came over to ask Mac if he had anything to say to his coach. He barely got a word out before John said, "Bop." And he landed on Team Legend. He said, "Welcome home." Right. He said, "Welcome home, bruh. Welcome home."
And you know what? You got to also think, because Mac didn't you see Reba's a stickler to her advice. Like, you better take Reba's advice.
No, you better take Mama Reba's advice.
Reba, Reba's been in the game, y'all, for almost 50 years. That's the thing. You better take her advice, okay? Even if you don't agree with what Reba's saying, you still need to pay homage and respect to someone like Reba, who's been in the game for as long as she has. The thing is I think maybe Reba was like, also, I don't think I can do, for the type of singing that Mac does, I don't think that I can give Mac more.
Right.
I think John is definitely going to let Mac have the liberties that he needs to sing more in a more free manner. I mean, this just makes Team Legend bench even.
Yes, it does.
It's like, that's a crazy trade.
Yes.
That's like, I don't know. They got like Lamar Jackson. It's crazy. And Mac, I'm just such a huge fan.
Yes.
Huge pickup for Team Legend.
Absolutely.
So what a great show tonight. These Tuesday night shows are turning out to be pretty impressive.
Yeah, they're like the sleeper hits kind of. Yeah,
definitely. Well, awesome, Stephanie. I am so glad that we are just smack dab in the middle of the battles, and they are not disappointing. These 4-chair turns they're not coming to play, they're coming to slay.
That's right.
And we're just having a ball doing
Yes,
it.
we are.
Looking forward to Friday for the next league. Can't wait to see what that's going to be. And singers, just keep doing what you're doing. Y'all are killing it. Killing it.
Yes.
And it's just so awesome to hear. And Paul and that band, I tell you,
woo,
they are just so ridiculous. It's just woo.
And wait till the BGVs enter.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy. All right, Stephanie. So until next week, Pitchies, we love you. We'll talk to you soon. Stephanie, tell everybody what they need to hear.
All right. So don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Pitchy Podcast on your favorite podcast platform so you can be the first to know when we drop a new episode. And also, please check us out on YouTube. Search the Pitchy Podcast and hit that subscribe button so you know when we drop a new video. And lastly, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at the Pitchy Podcast for new episode alerts, episode clips, and so much more.
All right. See everybody next Monday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.